What are you doing?
Just trying to get all my dukes in a row.
Don't you mean ducks?
Nope.
Too many historical romances. Hi, my name's Bea. Welcome to my channel, Mama Needs to Read Romance, and talk about all the fun we're going to be getting into in June. Hello everyone and happy summer. I am so excited to talk to you about the very first month of summer and what it has in store. As my thumbnail mentioned, I'm going to be going to the Mediterranean with my channel members. We are heading to Greece, Italy, Spain, and France through books, music, food, crafts, and movies. If you want to learn more, feel free to click the link above and you can join us on all the fun. But wait, there's more. Much, much more. The Wallflowers, that's Tiffany of Tiff Talks Pages, Christy of Christy Reads a Lot, Avery of Ava's Romance Books, and Rachel of Rachel Reads and Sings and I are moving right along with our Wallflowers Read Along. And this month we are starting one of our most favorite series of all, The Ravenels by Lisa Kleypas. The first book is everyone's favorite or least favorite, Cold Hearted Rake. And we're going to be talking about that on Rachel's channel on Friday, June 13th at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Time. The Tea and Biscuits Historical Romance Book Club is going to be meeting in the month of June as well. Our reading sprints will be Wednesday, June 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But our book club won't meet until the end of the month, Sunday, June 29th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, which gives you plenty of time to read what will likely become one of our favorite books of our book club so far, 9 Rules to Break When Romancing a Rake by Sarah MacLean. This is the first book of the Love by Numbers series. Those of us that have already had a chance to read this have fallen deeply in love and cannot wait for a reread. I'm really excited to try out the arc set in the South around Prohibition era called Savannah Royals by Lindsay Barrett. This is a love triangle between a woman who's supposed to be leading a guy astray for the convict love of her life when she also falls for her mark. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what's going to happen. I'm also really excited about another arc I have, which is coming out in June. He's to Die For by Erin Dunn. This is a murder mystery romance about a detective who winds up falling for the lead suspect in his murder investigation. What could go wrong? Another arc that's coming out in June that I need to read before it comes out is Virginia Heath's Look Before You Leap, which is book 2 of Miss Prentice's Proteges series. This looks so fun. We have a gentleman who is turning 30. He hasn't gotten married yet, and his mother is ready for grandchildren, so she sets up a week-long house party in the English countryside, which gives her the opportunity to fill her house up with local debutantes, all vying for his hand. But I'm so excited about our heroine. She's a gal that's better at climbing trees than embroidery. She grew up in a house full of men and has tried to become more feminine, but it hasn't worked out. So she's a ladies' companion to one of the debutantes who's attempting to win over our gentleman. But guess what? He's a little more intrigued by our heroine. Looks like so much fun. I was really excited to accept this copy of A Curse for the Homesick by Laura Brooke Robson. This is a book that came out in February this past year about an island in which any woman could all of a sudden become a skeld. She gets 3 marks across her forehead and then she could turn someone to stone forever. Our heroine is terrified of becoming a skeld, especially because she's now in love with someone on the island and has to decide now, is she going to leave to protect him? It seems really fascinating and I cannot wait to dive in. I'm not going to be doing my morning show this summer, but I still have a few interviews that I'm really excited about before the rest of my children finish the school year. On Thursday, June 5th, I am so excited to have Addie Dulac back. We'll be talking about her latest release, Miss Mason's Secret Baron, and more. She is so much fun. I'm so thankful she agreed because we just have the best time together. And on Thursday, June 12th, I'm going to be having Melissa Kendall on. I can't wait to have her on in part because I want to see what costume she's going to be wearing. She knows so much about historical costumes of the Regency period. She has many of her own. We'll be talking all about that along with her backlist. She makes me laugh on Instagram and I can't wait to talk to her in person. I fell desperately in love with Lorraine Heath's Texas trilogy when I read the very first book, Texas Destiny. Never would have thought that I would be into historical westerns, but okay, here I am. I'm really excited too because many of you who read Texas Destiny on my recommendation, I guess, maybe, I don't know, fell in love as well. And now many of us are going to be buddy reading Texas Glory in the month of June. I can't wait. The first book features a man and woman who fall in love as they trek across the wild Texas plains as he is supposed to be delivering her to her betrothed, who is his brother. Of course, they fall in love. And Dallas, said brother, wouldn't stand in their way. Now he's getting his own book, and I can't wait to see him find his happily ever after. I love that the Tea and Biscuits Discord is doing a 12 Recs by 12 Friends, and my next book is a recommendation by Joanna. It's The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie by Jennifer Ashley. I've heard this title so many times, and honestly, I'm going in completely blind. I was going to tell you about it, but I don't want to know. I'm just really excited to read it. About a month and a half ago, my channel members voted for me to read The Finest Print by Erin Langston, which I was really excited to try via audio because the audio is being narrated by Will M. Watt and Mary Jane Wells. Talk about a match made in heaven. I can't wait. And I love Erin Langston. I have been so excited to read this, and I was going to read it last month, but then we had the Amazing Ever After-a-thon, and this didn't really give me nearly as many points. So I pushed it back to this month. Could not be more excited to finally get to it. I've heard such incredible things, and I can't wait to hear what these two incredible narrators do with Erin Langston's work. You'll never believe this, but I have 2 arcs that are overdue and I really need to get to them. I've gotten much better. I'm almost completely caught up. One of the arcs I'm dying to read is one that was released in March. It All Comes Back to You by Melissa Weisner. This reminds me of Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. It's compared to Colleen Hoover, Lucy Score, Carly Fortune, more of a heart-wrenching love story, but we'll have a happily ever after. It better. I'm sure it will. This is about 2 people who fall desperately in love, Gabe and Anna. They couldn't be more different. Anna lives alone in a cold, dark apartment, and Gabe goes home after college, I think, to his family every night. He comes from money. She does not. They're polar opposites, essentially, but she's got a lot of secrets, and when he and his family come close to figuring out what's going on, she bolts, but then tragedy strikes. She comes back to town, and he holds her in his arms, and it's like going home. So says the summary. Anyway, he's got secrets now too. They're gonna find out what drove her away in the first place. It's gonna be a lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of revelations, a lot of gasping. And I can't wait. I also have You Make My Heart Stop by Becky Hunter. This one I've been dying to get to, like all of mine. Has there been one that I've been like, you know what, I really don't want to read that? No. My point is, this one has been around, I think, since March. Becky Hunter actually wasn't able to make it to one of my morning shows, but she offered to send 2 signed copies of her book to 2 winners during one of the shows. It was so dear and sweet. But anywho, I've really been wanting to read this. I'm almost a little nervous because I know it's a romance, so it's going to end happily, but it seems really intense. We have a girl who for her entire life has periodically had her heart just stop. When her heart stops, she ends up in the afterlife with this sweet soul to help her. And as she gets older during these incidents, she starts to develop feelings for this sweet soul. What happens? What do you do when the love of your life or the love of your afterlife is one you can only meet when your heart stops? Do you choose to stay with that soul or do you choose to live? I can't wait to see what happens. And what else is going on with me, you may wonder if you're still watching this video? Then I'll tell you. I actually am really excited because I recently got my status bumped up on NetGalley, and now I'm a top reviewer, which I may have already mentioned to you, but really excited because maybe this means that finally Berkeley, the publishing group, will accept one of my requests, and that thus far it hasn't happened. But if it does, don't worry, you'll find out. I'm really, really looking forward to it. As we speak, I have 2 that I am waiting to see if they get accepted or not. So we shall see. I'm also really excited that I just got accepted into the Harlequin Shameless Romantics Influencer Program. I've read quite a few Harlequins this year, actually. I'd never read any before, and I've been really impressed with many of the things that I've read. So when I found out that we could apply to become Shameless Romantics and get first dibs on many things, special mailers, and auto approval on NetGalley, I was like, yes, please. And I can't wait to bring you more of the cool content that they're going to be sending to me. Well, I think that's all the news that's fit to print for me right now. What's going on with you? What are you looking forward to in June? Whether it be something you're reading, something in the bookish world, or something else, do let us know. You know we'd love to see it. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying whatever it is you're reading, regardless of what month it is. Until next time, thanks so much. Take care. Bye.